Hello again and welcome back to this second video, the second part of the last chapter of, the best 5 soccer leagues in Europe. So in last video I talked to you about the Premier League and La Liga. We mentioned some of the youngsters, some of the legends, talked a little bit about the league itself and just why those leagues are some of the best in Europe. And this chapter I'm going to continue that with the 3 remaining leagues, which are the Bundesliga, Ligue 1 and Serie A. So here we go. Now in the Bundesliga is, that's a league that you really will see the difference because it's not very equal, you would say. Because Bayern Munich is the team that has won the most titles and, in history and in the past years as well. So it's really, for many people, they don't like to see it because they know already that Bayern Munich will win, and that's product of their great performance, and just the institution has done things really good from a management level and sponsorship level, and they get they really are good in getting money and preparing players and buying the best players of all the other teams. So they're a big monster in Germany, really. And you'll see it because Bayern Munich has won 31 titles. Borussia Dortmund has won 5. Borussia Mönchengladbach, it's hard to pronounce, they have won 5. Werder Bremen has won 4 and Hamburg has won 3. Borussia Dortmund is a team that a lot of you, I'm sure, like a lot, especially because the youngsters that are in that team and their academy, because they really produce or train really great players. So some of those youngsters are Erling Haaland, which I'm entirely sure you've heard about. That guy it's really a beast. I'm sure that he will transfer to the Premier League or La Liga. We'll see. We'll make a different video about that. But the youngsters that I picked, Haaland, Bellingham, both of them play in Dortmund. Jamal Musiala, who plays in Bayern. Gio Reyna, an American guy who plays in Dortmund. And Florian Wirtz, who plays in Borussia Mönchengladbach. 3 legends that you should really know about. Gerd Müller, one of the best and most successful strikers of all time. Franz Beckenbauer, great midfielder, and Miroslav Klose. He still has the record for the most goals in a World Cup. I'm telling you these names because these are some of the cards that you'll see, vintage cards or legends cards as well. And on the other hand, of course, the youngsters. Moving on to the Syria, the professional league in Italy, the first division league. You should know that there are really a couple teams that really have good chances of winning the leagues. There are a lot of historic teams, but Juventus is probably one that you've heard right now a lot. They have won 36 titles. Then you have Inter Milan, who are the current champions or the ones from the past season, and they have won 18. And then you have AC Milan, who has won 18 as well. So both teams in Milan are Inter Milan and AC Milan, where players like Zlatan, Ronaldinho have played before, and they both have the same amount of titles. And you have Genoa with 9 and Torino with 7. Some of the youngsters that are playing in Serie A right now. Dusan Vlahovic, a goal-scoring machine as well. Some people think of him like Haaland. That's risky to say, and I'm not saying that, but he is really good and scores a bunch of goals. They do play very similar. He plays for Fiorentina. We have Nicolo Barella, who plays for Inter. Federico Chiesa, who plays for Juventus. Manuel Locatelli, who plays for Juventus as well. You probably heard of him in the Euros with Italy because he did really good. And an American, Weston McKennie. I'm trying to mention the Americans as well that are in these leagues. And the 3 legends that I picked were Kaká, that is a Brazilian player, Paolo Maldini, and Totti, 2 Italian players that had a great impact in Italy for sure. Now we're in the final league, League One. They do have 20 teams as well. The most, or the last champion was Lille, surprisingly, not PSG. And here it changes a little bit because it's not the first four who go to the Champions League, but the first two. The teams that have won the most titles are Saint Etienne with 10 titles, Olympique Marseille with 9, PSG with 9, Monaco with 8, and Nantes with 8. PSG in France has a similar situation, or is a very similar team compared to Manchester City in England. They were both bought by these Arab super machine power companies, and they've just been investing a bunch of money and being able to get the best players and all that stuff. In PSG, you'll see Kylian Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, who just transferred from Barca to PSG. I say just, but months ago, but recently did. And some of the youngsters that I picked are Mbappe, of course, Mbappe in Spanish, I think. I'm not sure how to say it in French, but I've heard some of you saying Mbappe. Let's say it like that. We've got Jonathan David. He is American, but plays for Canada, American and Canadian as well, and he's been killing it this past year. He's the top scorer of that league. Jeremy Doku from Belgium, Hakimi, and Xavi Simons, which are, some of the youngsters that you probably heard. And the three legends that I picked for this league that I picked to, mention and tell you. Zinedine Zidane, you've heard of him for sure. He was Real Madrid's coach, French legend, and he's very, very popular for one World Cup final when he hit with his head an Italian player right there in a World Cup final. I just forgot the name of the guy. Ronaldinho, he played for La Liga as well for Barca in Spain. He played for AC Milan in Italy, and he played for PSG in France. And Lilian Thuram, also a French player who won the World Cup in 1998 with France. These are some of the legends you should know about. I just realized when I was talking about the Premier League, I didn't mention Christian Pulisic. As I was, mentioning other Americans that are in other leagues. But yeah, Pulisic is the first American who's been, leading the way for this new generation of great talent in the US. And he plays for Chelsea right now. He's really good, I believe. And he is getting back to his best level right now. I think he had COVID, a couple injuries, and the coach and everyone that has seen him playing knows that he has a lot more to give, but last game was really good for him. But he's definitely up there in some of the best, like in one of the best teams in the Premier League and in Europe. All right, I finished telling you some information about the best 5 leagues in Europe. I really hope that you learned something today, that you enjoyed it, and I do invite you to comment down here and let me know what kind of topic do you want me to talk about, or what do you feel like you want to learn, so I can make a specific video about that. I have some in my mind for sure, but I really want you to tell me what you want to learn, what you don't understand, and I'll make a video for it so that you understand it. But thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. I invite you to subscribe if you haven't. Like the video if you liked it, and if you hear from any one of your friends or other collectors that are really getting into soccer and want to understand more about it, you can send them this way. I'm just starting. This is only the second video, but I'm planning on doing a lot more. So thank you guys. You have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.